And we are rolling. We are alive. Welcome to Mufc Realist TV. It is match day. It is semi-final. It is Wembley. It is Brighton. And we are all excited. I have Phil Standish here. We are going to react. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to build it up. And then we're going to react on the live lineup as it breaks. But guys, like and subscribe. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get into the game. Come on, United. Come on, United. It's Sunday, and I got my scintillating side wing, Mr. Phil Standish. How are we feeling today, sir?
Feeling a lot better than the other day. Feeling a lot better. Fresh day, go again. Team fresh. Team's been shouted at. Team's had a good hairdryer. And hopefully they're all dried off before they enter into the rainy atmosphere of Wembley.
Wembley. There's 40 minutes to kick off, Phil.
Yeah.
40 minutes to kick off, and everyone is scratching their heads, Phil. Who is Erik ten Hag going to pick? Because obviously
it's half four kickoff. It's half four kickoff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an hour and 10 minutes to kick off. Don't make me panic like that. I shouldn't be saying
10 minutes.
If it's 40 minutes, it's
yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. I actually 40 minutes. Yeah. Well, yeah, true that. Maybe I'm a little bit conflicted with my head. I don't know, my headspace.
It's normally a 4 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? Which would have been 40 minutes, but it's half four today. It's caught.
And lineup is coming up, what, in 10 minutes time? Or,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, so
that's what I meant. Yeah, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, my headspace is all over the shop at the moment. It's just been 1 week back.
Panicking.
Yeah. You know, I was in Asia Pacific for 6 months, and I left my brain in Thailand, so I'm still like, you know, configuring it, like recalibrating. But anyway, how confident are we feeling today? Like, you know, Phil, obviously everyone had a say, everyone had, you know, a little bit of whinge, but, you know, it's clear and obvious for me that Ten Hag, he's fuming, right? After every sort of thumping, we seem to sort of bounce back. And this is Wembley. This is Wembley. This is the big stage. This is where, you know, boys become men, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's it. At the end of the day, we got absolutely thumped by Sevilla. There's no denying that. It was full of mistakes, but the biggest problem was the fact that we didn't turn up mentally or physically. And I don't think Ten Hag will stand for that. As you say, we've bounced back from lots of big defeats in the past, and we've come back much stronger. And I feel that today is going to be nothing apart from a bounce back from that, as well as, you know, an opportunity to get into another final, and not only another final, a final against Man City, to make 100%. It a Manchester derby final, which would be fantastic.
100%.
Yeah.
But if we look at the lineup, the way we sort of lined up at Sevilla, like, you know, it was clear and obvious. Like, you know, when the first team sheet came out, I was worried when I saw it, like, you know, Harry Maguire, right? He got a lot of stick. He got bomb threats and everything. But, you know, you judge a player by his performance. You judge the team by the performance. But this was kind of the way we lined up against Sevilla. Now, we know Erik ten Hag, he doesn't like to tinker too much with his team, but he must have looked at that game afterwards and said, look, major change is going to be happening, like major overhaul. You know, out of all this, you know, the start against Sevilla, do you see any changes? Do you predict any further changes to be happening today?
I think possibly Sancho might drop out. I think,
of course, Maguire
and Martial's obviously carrying an injury.
Is he fit to start, or?
I don't know if he's going to be fit or not, but obviously he was limping. He was seen limping off at the end of the game, wasn't it? And after the players were leaving, I don't think he was in a boot or anything, but I think he was seen hobbling off. And we know what his injury record's like. So if he's gone off slightly injured, he's certainly not going to be recovered to start the game, or certainly do a full 90 minutes at the very least. I think over the two of them, Rashford's more likely to be more fit than Martial. So great to see. Hopefully we'll see Rashford back. You know, I back Sancho all the way, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
If we're going to start
I know you back Sancho all the day. I know that, Phil.
Yeah, but we've got Bruno back as well. Don't forget, Bruno's back and he'll replace Sabitzer, in my opinion.
And
Eriksen, Casemiro. Whether we see Eriksen for Fred, I don't know. It just depends on how match fit he is, because he clearly wasn't match fit the other day. Thrown in a bit of the deep end with injuries and thrown in before Ten Hag probably would have wanted. And I think at the end, it was one of those games where we've not seen this from Ten Hag, but he just didn't know what to do. You had Anthony playing on the right, Anthony playing on the left. You had the wing backs swapping sides. He just didn't know who to put where or what was best to stop the counter attack and get up front. He was lost. He was just absolutely beside himself. So he'll have beat himself up big about that, absolutely. And I'm sure the players would have took a verbal and physical beating as well off the back of it. Not physically sticks, but
the good news is also
on the training.
The good news is also he got fair stick, but he can't play because he's suspended for this game, and that's Captain Harriet.
Yeah,
he cannot start. 100%.
Newcastle just made it 6.
Oh my God! I've been waiting to be this show and the build up, but this is kind of if I look at my lineup, the way I set it up today, just today. No, I went for, barring the Martial is fit, I see this possible lineup like De Gea, of course. I see Shaw, Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka, right?
Just one step, mate, because obviously it's a discussion show. I think obviously you put De Gea in, and you say, of course. I actually agree. I think he will start De Gea, but I think this is the first time that we've seen for a long time where his position is questionable. Not so much by the fans, because it's been questionable right throughout the season. Whenever he can't kick the ball out, his distribution is shocking. His goal is his reaction save and everything is fantastic. But for the first time, the fans are just going, "Is that enough?" And well, I say for the first time. The fans who normally back De Gea are actually making that little, is it time, but not in a cup game. I cannot see Ten Hag at this critical point of the cup making a change like that. I just nobody's seen Butland play. Everyone's like, "Oh, we've got Butland." It's like, yeah, but we're not seeing him play. Do you know what I mean? So you can't just throw him into a big game like this.
But I want to debate. But what I want to debate with you before we have 2 minutes before the lineup is breaking, the back four. The back four. Do you see? I mean, Malacia, Dalot. I was contemplating.
So Malacia and Dalot, I completely agree. I don't know which way that's going to go. Obviously, at the moment, Malacia made that massive mistake for Sevilla, which, in my opinion, I'm sorry, but that moment cost us the whole of the 2 rounds. And I know we had a chance to pull it back, but that was a mentality shift. Whether he's got over that, I don't know. And obviously, we saw Dalot get his first goal from left back the other day, so it's a strong possibility. But I think we need to start. I think we need Wan-Bissaka at the right to deal with Mitoma. He's got the best chance.
100%. We need Wan-Bissaka to deal with Mitoma as well. But what about the midfield?
Casemiro and Eriksen. Yeah, if Eriksen's match fit, if he's feeling better, then yeah, absolutely. Then
because we need to battle their midfield, which is comprising of what's his name, McAllister. Who else?
Caicedo.
They're good midfield, mate. They are very good midfield. Possibly we can see a Fred as a disruptor in there, as a destroyer. But I certainly think that
recently Ten Hag's brought Fred in second half, hasn't he, to kind of either to get some tackles in if we're not doing it, or to control the game as it sort of gets towards an end, sort of thing. Keep that pressure on at the front. But
100%. But we talked about we had a I was on a football Eddie's football waffle yesterday.
Yeah.
We talked about this, and I originally didn't put in Eriksen, but then I thought about it. Like, hang on a second, this is the old midfield, mini Bermuda Triangle of Manchester United, which is
somebody was saying the other day that Casemiro, Eriksen, and Fernandes have never lost together.
No, true that, and how about the front line? I mean, if Martial is fit, then
I don't think Martial will start. I think it'll either be Rashford up front with Sancho on the wing, or it'll be a Weghorst with Rashford on the left.
Yep.
And I don't think that would worry me too much, just because he doesn't score goals. People, there's players on a pitch, whether he's playing as a centre forward or not, can do different roles. And if he's playing centre forward, disturbing the play, putting the defence under pressure, where Anthony and Rashford can get in those gaps, I'm all for it. When Weghorst was playing for us, I know he's not scoring goals, but we were winning games.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
100%, 100%. I'm gonna check my app. I see if the lineup is breaking. Usually, it should be by now. It is time. It is
Just waiting
time. It is
for it.
time. But nothing as of yet. I haven't received any notification. Maybe they
No,
are slightly delay.
minute or two down, maybe.
Minutes two. I want to
Keep
add
our eye on
on.
it.
I want to add on one brilliant gentleman all the way from Norway, from Tromsø, Mr. 𝒖𝒊𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚. Jarvis, how are you feeling today? How nervous are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
You're
Nice to
feeling
be on the
good.
show. So we had a nice show yesterday, also, Mick, on Eddie's channel. So we had a nice chat.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm not nervous, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. So I think it will be a good game. You know, De Zerbi, he knows how to play ball, and Ten Hag, he has his principles of style and of play. So it will be interesting see them battling it out on the field. For me, it's the question mark is if Ten Hag will play into the service hand and press high, because you know Brighton they invite the pressure. So if we do that or if we sit back, so I'm very excited and nervous about how Ten Hag is going to set up his style of play this game.
Well, the news is out. Yeah, the news is out. If you want to know it, it's just broke. So you've got De Gea, Lindelof. Let me work through the wonderful way that United app puts it out. Dalot, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka.
Yep.
And then we've got Eriksen and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Martial starts. Fernandes, Rashford, and Anthony.
Oh, that was my prediction, and I put it in before. Let's go! That was, I got my prediction right.
Fantastic.
I got it right. Listen,
just what Jarvis was saying then. Yeah, I think absolutely. I think, you know, the biggest thing is if we play like we did against Newcastle, against Sevilla, where we tried to play it out from the back, we're going to get found out. We just are. You know, Martinez and Varane, they're able to deal with it. Just Shaw, possibly. Shaw, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot. I don't know. If they press high and we keep trying to play it out from the back, we're going to get found out again. We've just got to look at the situation. Is it there? Do we need to hit it long and just try to win a header, get a throw in, get a tip on, control it, chest it, bring it down? But he started with Martial, so he must be fit. He's obviously going for pace down the wings. And lots of movement. We've seen what Rashford and Martial can do together, so that's another strength that we've missed recently. And obviously having Fernandes back will be a massive boost. So seeing Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, Anthony, Rashford, and Martial, that is the most exciting lineup that you could expect from. If you'd have looked at all the available players, absolutely you would pick. Obviously,
100%. But you know, we can waffle as much as we want, but you know the best waffle you can have is Eddie's football waffle. Welcome to the stream, Eddie.
Hey, how you guys doing? You all right? Yeah.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, doing okay.
I told you so, Eddie. I told you so.
Just woken up from a nap. I was playing a little bit of basketball, so trying to get my energy going again. But yeah,
I told you so yesterday in your stream, Eddie. This is the lineup, and I predicted it, and I got it right. Woohoo!
Yeah, I was thinking it would be a Lindelof and Shaw as well. I'm glad to see that's in there. And you know, if Maguire was available, hey, we might have seen him force himself in as captain. So we're glad not to see that. So maybe we could play a higher line with these guys there, because you know we know Shaw and Lindelof, they're able to have that pace to play a high line. Yeah. I'm not sure about Eriksen and Casemiro. Are you guys liking that with Eriksen in there?
I was just saying before he came on, Eddie, that somebody was saying it on a show I was on earlier this week that Casemiro, Eriksen, and Fernandes, when starting together, have never lost a game.
Yeah.
So, how many games you've got to take that.
How many?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's one. I don't care.
Because if it's like 3 or 4 games, then it's like it's not significant enough, is it? But anyway, my viewpoint is that I'm not sure. When I've seen Eriksen sometimes, when we're dealing against dynamic teams in transition, he doesn't seem to have the legs to get back and help Casemiro enough.
He's not a defender, is he?
Yeah, he's not. I just don't get why he's not been played in, like, you know, his attacking position that he used to play at Tottenham. We used to see him be like one of them inverted wingers, like playing in front of holding midfielders. So I think that could be exploited today. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong. It's good to see Rashford in there on the left. Oh, Martial's there. I didn't even see it.
Martial.
Yes,
Happy days.
This is what we talked about yesterday in your show.
He's made
Eddie.
it.
That's the midfield top Bermuda Triangle of Manchester United. Because at the back we had that Bermuda Triangle of Varane, Lisandro Martinez, and Casemiro. But on top of that, you have another big triangle, which is Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, playing like tiki-taka football with Rashford, Anthony, and Martial. That's going to be very crucial because Martial, in his link-up play, playing again, he's back against the goal, linking up with Fernandes, playing Eriksen, pinging balls in left, right, center. Anthony lethal on the right wing. Rashford. And it's going to be a lot of pace.
Let me ask you this, Mick, and everyone anyway. Do you think we could see this 4-2-3-1 switch to where it's like a 4-3-3, where it will be Casemiro with Eriksen and Fernandes either side, and then Martial maybe comes deep to do a bit of a false nine?
It's going to be interchanging.
He's good at linking up, isn't he, when he comes deep, that Martial. So maybe that happens, and then we see Anthony and Rashford getting behind.
Jarvis, you raise your hand. You talked something about yesterday about Daly cutting in the midfield as a hybrid as well to flood that midfield.
But just to answer Eddie's question about the 4-3-3, the thing is with the 4-3-3 is it depends if our centre backs and Casemiro can play off the first pressure. I'm more confident if we play with the 4-2-3-1 because then Eriksen can drop down and be the deep lying playmaker to establish play. So I think the 4-2-3-1 is definitely the best formation to go with the current lineup. And even when we play out from the back, I would like to see Casemiro and Eriksen change the pivot. So Eriksen is the deepest one to play out, so we can distribute the balls, especially to Bruno, so he gets a little bit extra time to set up the offensive play.
Okay.
Would you rather see Eriksen deeper than Casemiro? So I see it the way around because when Eriksen's played deeper like Brentford and against Brighton at the beginning of the season, we got found out both times when he was playing too deep. He kept getting the ball coming to him. He just likes that moment to be able to play the forward pass. He's not being such a defensive player for us. I think he's made the most mistakes when he's played for us and when he's been more defensive.
I'm just thinking about in the build-up play when we play out from the back in those, but in the other areas of the game, he should be the number 8, of course.
Yeah. How about the lineup of Brighton? I haven't seen it yet, but obviously the way we are lining up, we have to sort of match it to how they're lining up as well, like for like.
So John Brighton's is Sanchez, Webster, Dunk, Solly March, McAllister, Gross, Danny Welbeck, Julio Cesar, Enciso, Mitoma, Casido, and Estupiñán, who's been playing fantastic at defence as well, hasn't he? So we'll have Anthony to deal with. Eddie, you've gone on mute, mate.
Eddie's on mute.
We've got to watch out for Enciso as well. I was saying, I'm really worried about this guy. He looks like a little firecracker. That performance he did against Chelsea with that potentially goal of the month strike that he made, he looks like he caused some trouble if he's playing in the middle. Did you say Mitoma? Mitoma's got to be started, isn't he?
Yeah, Mitoma's McAllister.
Well, we got Wan-Bissaka. I was saying on my stream yesterday with the other two lads that Wan-Bissaka, the job he did on Saint-Maximin. I mean, he's another tricky winger, isn't he? Like, if you want to compare Mitoma and Saint-Maximin, maybe Mitoma at the moment is a bit better, but Saint-Maximin is no fool. He's very tricky, and the job that Wan-Bissaka did with those long legs, I mean, we got to see the slide. Wan-Bissaka is best at slide tackling. He's most accurate. I don't know how he gets his accuracy up there, but we just got to see slide tackles all day, and that will hopefully demoralize Mitoma and put off other players trying to dribble and take the piss as well. We've got to show these guys that Man United should be the favourites. I'm really angry that Brighton are the favourites for this game. Still, I was seeing on the betting websites that they're a bit more favoured. You know
I'm glad they are. I'm glad they are. It makes me feel better. When we're all favourites, I think that goes against us. The mentality, they just don't seem to be able to get it this season. Well, for the last few seasons, it's like, oh yeah, it's an easy game. We should be able to win this. And when your back's up against the wall, it's like, we've got to win this. We've got to do something.
We got to win this.
It changes the mentality, I think, from the dressing room, from the coaches' talk beforehand, and all rallying each other, getting each other together, sort of thing. The best thing you saw it for Arsenal yesterday. They obviously got absolutely hammered in the first half of the game, 2-0 down. And I've not seen this since, I don't remember, since the whole game. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The players got together in the middle of the pitch, huddled together, and said, right, let's sort ourselves out. And I know they only got a draw out of it in the end, but the fact that they didn't just kind of all blame each other and point fingers and whatever else, they got together and said, right, let's sort ourselves out. And that's what we need to have been doing since the Sevilla game. Right, lads, we are not going to have a performance like that again, because that is embarrassing. And that's what we cannot have today. We've got to come out from the traps.
Come on, strong, from the traps.
But be aware. Maybe if we can do it like Newcastle did today, that'll be awesome. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes.
Guys, we all been stretching now. We all warmed up. Our cheek muscles are like warmed up. I'm starting to feel like a little bit warm inside. Like, I started to feel a little bit confident when I'm seeing this lineup. Am I getting giddy? How are we going to end up? Like, is it going to go to extra time, penalties? What do you reckon? What's going to be the score at the end of the day? Knowing what you know right now, seeing what they are lining up with, seeing what we are lining up with, we have to come out from the starting blocks, starting fast. We got to just kill them from the very first get-go. Guys, what do you reckon what the score prediction will be?
So it's a hard one. It's a hard one. I want to be positive, Mick. I want to be, but it's just like I get pessimistic when I'm seeing the lack of rotation. And if we look at that formation or the lineup, who's the fresh guys? It's Fernandes and Rashford. Or the rest of the team played against Sevilla. So what is that? 2 days rest? 3, 2.
Sure, only came on at the end of the game, didn't you?
Yeah, but
right.
Eddie.
Yes.
Come down a bit. You have Muhammad Ali backing you behind you, right? That's a lot of fight. Right?
Well, who are these boys looking to for their inspiration? That's the thing. I mean, is Ten Hag is got to be there, Muhammad Ali for the inspiration. I don't know, but okay. Let me get to my prediction.
So who's a Muhammad Ali today? Just this, First of all, who's the Muhammad Ali today, and what would be the score prediction? Yeah,
you talking about the knockout punch.
It's got to be Casemiro, hasn't it, man? It's going to be Casemiro. He's going to be doing the most work, So maybe he's going to be that guy. But anyway, okay, I'll get to my prediction. I think it's still going to be close. We're still going to have the PTSD from Sevilla. I think it's going to get extra time. And can you come back to me? Please? I'm sorry about that. Come back to me right at the end, yeah.
Jarvis, I go to you.
Yeah.
Who's the jabber? Who's going to deliver the killing blow, the uppercut, the left hook, the right hook?
Yes, we have 2. That's Bruno and Rashford. So if they work today, we will win. What worries me is Dalot on the left back because he's up against Solly March, and March is their top goal scorer this season, and he likes to wander. He likes to move and shift sides and move into the middle. So he will be a handful for Dalot. I'm not that worried about the other side with Van Bissaka against Mitoma, but Mitoma, he's a different kind of dribbler than Saint-Maximin at the Newcastle. Saint-Maximin is more like tricks and flicks, but Mitoma is more effective. He has a college degree in dribbling from Japan, so he's a very intelligent player. But for me, Bruno and Rashford is the important players. Hopefully 2-1.
2-1. I want to go to the comments, the selection here, because we cannot neglect our VAR room as well. I use Jill. Love you, Ayush. How are you? How is Namaste, India? How are you? Why can't David De Gea just go back to his home right now? Because we need him today, Ayush. We need him, you know. But Butland is not a proven entity. I believe that ever since that Sevilla Spain loss, everyone has to be on par today. They probably got a fair stick of belt and hair dry treatment from our bold manager. Bold is best, Ayush. Bold is best. Ayush is also saying 2-0 Manchester United. Marshall plus Mr. 360 degrees. Who is Mr. 360 degrees, Ayush?
Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony.
Ball spin
Anthony with his spin, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. 360. I get it.
I'm on to you, Ayush. Don't you worry, mate. I've got you.
Don't worry. I'm back
I've
you.
got you back.
Hopefully, Dos Santos will spin us dizzy with his 360 spins. All right. Lenzel. Big up, Lenzel. How are you doing, sir? I like this lineup. It's the best available. 100%. You play with what you got, but it's the semis. It's what we discussed yesterday, Eddie, like in your waffles, I don't care if you crawl. I don't care if you play on one leg. Just get us over the line. Let us stop City in the final. We cannot let them to win another treble. Not another. The first treble, to be honest. Hooah. Phil, I go to you, sir. Actually, no, hang on. I'll go back to you, Eddie, now. How's your confidence now? Okay.
I mean, I just had to look at the Brighton team again. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, you guys, Jarvis and Mick, you were on my preview yesterday. I really don't like the close-up, man, because I'm not feeling I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stick to my prediction from yesterday. I think it'll be close. I think it goes to extra time. We're going to make it hard for them, but I think they'll just be too fresh for us. I think they might snatch it 2-1. And I really hope, I pray that I'm proved wrong. Yeah.
You reckon? All right. That's your final say, sir?
That's my say on that.
Like, look, I got a high line right now. High line. Hairline. I had to take off my hat. I have bad hair day, but hopefully we're going to play a high line today. Fair enough. Don't be afraid. But you got to call a spade a spade. You got to be a realist. But we will see after the game, because we're doing the post-match reaction show. Jay Daly, myself, calling a spade, Botswana Papi, who had an injury. He was supposed to come on your show yesterday, but he never showed up. I think he pulled the hamstring muscle. Phil, you're going to be coming on, have a rant.
To Martial there, Mick. It just, late fitness test and he failed it.
Yeah. Mr. Standish, United Standish, sir.
Eddie's rocked me a little bit. I've not really been in. Just twice this week I've been on different shows, and different people have said that Brighton's going to win it, and they were both United fans. So I'm just like, what's going on? What is going on? We have to be behind now, guys. Whether we believe it or not, we have to go for it. We have to give a positive prediction. We have to be behind.
Okay. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, I reckon Anthony has been playing fantastic recently. He's been unlucky not to score, and I reckon Anthony's going to score today. I mean, Rashford, Martial, and Anthony with the movement that they provide, and Bruno with his never give up attitude. I think he'll give that extra oomph to the team needs, sort of thing. Yeah, that's it. He'll give the extra the oomph,
the uppercut.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be the difference for us, Bruno. My concern with Casemiro is he's always afraid at the moment of getting a yellow card, because he just knows what everyone's turned on him. And I keep saying this, but he's not been the same player since he's come back. And I don't think it's about his ability. I think it's a mental thing that he's dealing with at the moment. Hopefully, Ten Hag just said, get out there and just do your best. I don't want him to be thinking, if I get booked, I won't be able to play in the final or whatever like that, because at the end of the day, if you don't win, you don't get to the final anyway. So my prediction, I'm going to go, I've got to be bold, I've got to be positive, I've got to stay like that. And I'll come back after the game crying, then I was wrong. But hopefully I'm not. I'm going to go with, I think they've got a chance to score, but I just think they might get one, I just say, probably from a set piece if they're going to score. Probably from a set piece or something like that. Maybe probably from a corner, because we keep getting caught out with them as well. Maybe Gross or March, as you've already touched upon. I'm going to go with, I think it's going to be tight, but they have been conceding goals. So I'm going to go with. I'm going to brave. I'm going to say 3-1 United.
Oh wow, that's completely opposite to me.
I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
Look, I say one thing to you, Phil. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want to be positive for the boys, right? I do want to like hold my chest out, but it's like I just want to be honest. I just want to be honest, even though if it's negative. Yeah, from what we saw of Sevilla, it was they were disgraceful. But the thing is, it didn't seem like they're down tools. It just seemed like they were jaded, and I'm just down and they'll be fresh enough. But hey, I don't know if they're gonna get some adrenaline pumped into their systems, whatever they need. Like take some Monster energy drinks. I don't know what they can take. Hopefully they get some kind of boost today. So
I can give him my espresso coffee here. Like that's energy enough, right?
They need something.
Come on, Eddie, be positive. It's quarterfinals. It's a knockout. It's knockout. So it's knockout football. It's not Premier League. It's one shot. Hit me with your toe to toe. Yeah. That's it. And hopefully you don't you cut your nails in the toes, so you don't get that. When you play football and you have tight shoes. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I wonder what you're about then. I thought you'd get a bit personal.
Oh God.
Well, there's plenty of goals today in the Premier League. 4-0 to West Ham and 6-1 to Newcastle. So there's plenty of goals about today.
West Ham, 4-0.
Yeah, so West Ham beat Bournemouth 4-0, but Newcastle were beating Spurs 3-0 within 10 minutes. They were 5-0 at half-time.
Wow.
And he swapped Hugo Lloris out at half-time. And then Kane scored in the 49th.
I think thank you for everyone from tuning in. Leave your comments in the description below. We've been waffling. Of course, we've been influenced. We're not sponsored by Eddie's Football Waffles, but we are a community that we share opinions. I'm the realist, but I'm the less realist today. So it's my turn to go before we go back to the day and watch the game. Are you ready?
Yes, come on, United.
Guys, I'm not ready yet, but you're
not ready. All right.
When I can get positive, I want to see how the boys start.
Eddie will be watching the game like this.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go like
this. I'm in my bed under the cover, just like my duvet.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna go like this. It's clearly we're playing wide spaces at Wembley. We have a fantastic manager. We have a fantastic team. We're coming to the end of the season with a lot of fatigue, a lot of injuries. But this is where a stadium where boys become men, right? We already done it once before. We won that energy drink cup. We're not sponsored by that brand. But surely that experience, barring that they're De Zerbi or Serbian, I thought it was Serbian, but it was actually De Zerbi, has not cup final experience, right? We've done it before, and I believe we can do it again. But if we don't prevail, it's not an end of the world. We already won a silverware. This is something that we've been crying out for the past 6 years. To finish top 4 in the silverware, it's way, way over my expectations, to be honest. But to finish on my rant and note, I think that I should take a patent on this. I should do copywriting by Mufc Realist Classic 3-1, because when I was on Eddie's show yesterday, I said 2-1. But when I see this lineup, I say only one thing only, and goes like this. Let's go, boys. Let's do this. Let's get us to the finals. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Guys, thank you for coming on. Let's all go back to our sofa, and hopefully, either if we cry, win, lose, we've seen it all. We've done a lot. We're Manchester United, and we're never going to stop. But before we go, there's a final comment from Konkulu here saying, glory, glory, Manchester United. Let's go. Let's do this, guys. See you after for the post-match review. Calling a spade a spade. This is Mick Ruby. I've been joined by a fantastic panel, a debutant, Jarvis Cocker, all the way from Norway, from Tromsø, akkurat And all the way from Eddie's Football Waffle studio. Check out his channel. It's absolutely brilliant. We were there yesterday. Jarvis, where can people find you, sir?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Bowley77, and you can find me because I'm a regular at Mr. Structure, the United Real Therapy.
Give my love to Mr. Structure.
I will.
Okay, guys, check it out, Mr. Structure. Follow Jarvis. Phil Standish, you're regular here on this channel, but please, for people that haven't watched Phil, he's amazing. He's amazing when his rants and his analysis. Phil, take it away.
Yeah, great to be on the show. Thanks once again, guys. Let's get this win. I can be found basically on social media, on Twitter, on TikTok, anything like that. But mainly spend most of my time on Twitter or on the Mufc Realist or 𝑴𝒖𝒄𝒌 Man United Agenda show. So yeah, join in, give us a shout. Always great to share chat and opinions. And when I've got a rant, I cannot stop.
Yeah. My favorite waffler. Hang on, that was the wrong waffler. Sorry. This is my favorite waffler.
Yeah. So I mean, you already plugged me, so I'll do it again. Yeah, Eddie's Football Waffle on YouTube.
But I like your waffles.
Yeah, nice one, man. Yeah. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see, like Man United match reactions. I'm going to try and do more other football reactions too. But yeah, if you're a United fan, come and subscribe. And yeah, look forward to the waffles. And thanks for having me on again.
Yep. And thanks for adding on the cherry on the top for this channel as well. Yeah, the waffle is the layer. Jarvis was the cream. Phil was the sprinkle on top. But, and I would say I'm the cherry on the top with this show as well with Mufc Realist TV. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And let's go, people. Let's go. Let's get into this game and see you after. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. See you later. Goodbye for now. Sign up. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.